Hello and welcome back to the Entertainment Vortex and our new episode of Pop Culture News. So we've been gone for a couple weeks, but luckily since the New York Toy Fair and all the announcements that we put in our last video, we've got some stuff built up to talk about, plus of course we've got some hauls that we're going to talk about a little later in the video as well. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. So first on the list is going to be no surprise to anybody. It's the Infinity War Pops from Marvel, from the new movie coming out. It looks like these are all available right now. I was just at Hot Topic and Box Lunch just a little bit ago, and they were everywhere. So I don't have any way of seeing if they were all released, but it sure does look like they were all released. I don't see anything to the contrary. Personally, I want to get some of these, but I'm kind of waiting. Like, I want to see who some of these characters are in the movie first. The Thanos ones, I'm getting them all because I'm a huge Thanos fan from the comic books. Hopefully they don't completely ruin him in the movie, but we'll talk about that when we review the movie. But they look really cool. So these appear to be all available now. Have you picked any up or looking to get any?
So I haven't picked any of these up just yet. I have been looking around, kind of keeping my eye on them at Hot Topic, Box Lunch, and a couple of the other places that sell them. I've got my eye on the Teenage Groot.
That's a cool one.
I have some Groot ones at home. I want to continue to complete that collection and get Groot in all of his stages. There are definitely some other ones that look pretty awesome. The Iron Man Hulkbuster looks incredible. Yeah, I'm just really excited for these. Just hoping I get to find more of them than are already available at this moment in time.
There's an action pose Iron Man too, where he's sideways up on a stand. That one looks pretty cool too. Some of them are really creative. I look forward to seeing how they tie into the movie, but we will see. I mean, it's coming up in just a couple months, so We're getting close.
So next up on our list is going to be as no surprise as well, a giant porg. So as you can see on the picture on screen, it has it scaled out from the regular porg. This one is going to be a 10-inch porg, so it's absolutely monstrous. I kind of want this. It's definitely something that you could put basically anywhere, and it'll just be a conversation piece. Well, wow, that's a giant pop. It's bigger than a lot of even some of the larger pops that are currently out there. What do you think about it?
This is a super cool one. I don't know if I'm going to pick this up, but I do think it's cool they made it. It's huge. I mean, a 10-inch pop is a big pop. Normally you see the 6-inch ones are bigger than everything else, and this one even ups that. So I'm not sure if I'm going to pick this one up because there's some Star Wars one coming a little later in the show that I'm interested in getting. This one is cool though. I'm glad they're doing it. I know there's a lot of Porg fans out there that are going to be jumping up and down for this one.
So the giant 10-inch Porg is coming out in April.
Next up on the list is going to be one of the specialty series pops. It's going to be Green Hornet. This one's coming in June. This is a neat looking figure. I really like the sculpt to it. I was never really a big fan of this comic book character or him in the movie, so it's not something I'm going to pick up, but I know there's going to be a fan base for this one.
Yeah, Green Hornet does kind of miss me a little bit as well. I haven't really read any of the comics. I've seen the film, and the film was pretty lackluster. It's not something that I'm going to be looking to pick up. I might snatch it if I happen to stumble across it. So next up on the list is going to be a summer release. Obviously, everyone kind of knew this one was coming after it won Best Picture. There's going to be a small series of pops around Shape of Water. I loved this film. It was something that I didn't get a chance to see it until after we had done our top 5 of the year. Otherwise, it would have been very high on my top 5 list. This movie's absolutely stunning. It's Guillermo del Toro at his best, in my opinion. These pops are excellent. I want all 3 of them. I will get them the second that they come out. I'm really excited for these. I know you haven't seen the film, so what do you think about it?
I have not seen the film yet. There are also, beyond the 3 you see on the screen, there's also a chase one. Then there was another variant one that I was unable to get pictures of. It does look like it's a 5-piece set. I'm not personally going to pick these up. I might change my mind after I see the movie, like you had said I hadn't seen it yet. But I have a great respect for Guillermo del Toro, and I like his work. So I know I will watch this movie eventually. And then time will tell if I love it so much, I've just got to get the pops. Doing these videos every couple weeks or every week, there are so many pops coming out every single week that it's really hard to keep up. And figures like these where I'm kind of like, they're cool, but I don't know, those are the ones that I kind of have to pass on. If you love the movie, grab them. I'm glad they made them, especially with the winning Best Picture. It deserves it. Now, with saying that, the next one is definitely for me. So there's some new Star Wars figures coming out from The Last Jedi, and while I'm not super excited about all of them, there are 2 that I'm losing my mind over. As a matter of fact, I actually asked for them in a previous episode. I really wanted the figures with Kylo Ren and the Praetorian Guard fighting, and then Rey and the Praetorian Guard fighting. I kind of wish it was one figure, but the 2 double figures, like movie moment style, that you can put right up back to back, that is awesome. I have to own these. So there's no date on these yet. It says it was pending licensor approval. I'm sure they'll approve them. They've done so many of these pops already, but it just says sometime this year. So the moment these happen, I am going to immediately buy these too. The other ones they showed are cool. The Luke one looks really good with the saber from towards the end of the movie. Plus the little silver fox looking thing looked pretty cool as well. But God, those two movie moments, that was my favorite part of that movie. I have to have that. How about you? Are you going to pick these up?
I definitely agree. That particular scene is the best scene of that film, in my opinion. It was in my top 5 for the year last year. I absolutely love those figures. I want them the minute they come out as well. They're just a set piece that you can talk about. Like I said, especially considering the way that it's lined up, you can have the two of them back to back, just like the scene. Absolutely outstanding. I love it. I want them. Make it happen.
Okay, so for our hauls this week, we had a couple weeks worth of pops that came in, and I did pick some up. First up on the list, I got 2 of the Monster Hunter pops. I got the one for the Monster Hunter himself and the one for the Palico. I haven't been able to find the 2 monsters yet, but I'll just order them online if I have to, because it was a no-brainer. I'm owning this whole set. I'm such a huge Monster Hunter fan, and have been for so many years. The next up on the list is I finally found one of the Pickle Ricks in the wild. I got the one with the laser. Super cool looking pop. Love this thing. I picked up Ron Swanson from Parks and Recreation. My girlfriend has just got me into this show. I know I'm super late to the party, but I absolutely love that character. That character is my spirit animal. What a fantastic character.
You can't be too late to that party, I'm sorry. It's one of my favorite TV shows.
It's so good, so good. The last one I picked up was one that he actually showed in a previous episode, and I said then I wanted to get it. It was Eric Killmonger with the 2 swords from the fight. He's got the mask off and everything. Super, super cool looking pop. I mean, in my opinion, recently it is one of the best sculpts that they've done. It looks like they just reached in and ripped him straight out of the movie. So I had to pick that one up because his character was, of course, absolutely amazing.
I love that Eric Killmonger pop. It's definitely one of my favorite recent pickups. It's got a nice spot up at the top of my collection on the shelf. Excellent pop. But as far as the things that I picked up for my haul, I picked up a couple of Nicktoons. If any of you out there who are 90s kids, you'll definitely recognize these. Oblina and Ickis from All Real Monsters. The Ickis is actually a con exclusive, and I happened to stumble across it at Hot Topic while shopping with my wife, and she was like, yes, I have to have this. So we picked them up. Also, I picked up one of the Jurassic Park pops that they talked about. It's the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I love the way that they chose to box it. It's set up on its side. It's the exact same style box, but it's set on its side so that way it has more of like a longer feel to it. It's definitely an interesting pop as you're seeing on screen. I'm really excited about it, but it is actually the same size as the other pops, like the standard size.
I definitely look forward to getting some of the stuff over the next couple weeks. A ton of stuff came out. All the ECCC stuff came out we covered in a couple episodes ago. All those have come out, and a lot of your local stores are going to have some of the contract stuff if you can get them. I know they went really quick in some of our local stores. But this is a great time to be a pop collector. Bad time for your wallet, but great time to be a pop collector. There is some great stuff coming out right now. So I'm curious to know, did any of you get any of the Emerald City Comic Con pops that came out from your local stores, or did you go to the convention itself and get access to the booth? I wish I could do something like that, and I'd like to live vicariously through the fans, so let me know if you did something like that. Let us know in the comment section below, of course. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. We give you a minimum of 4 videos a week, including pop content. Don't forget, we have shirts with our channel logo available down in the description. You'll find a link. And we hope you'll follow us into the Vortex. We'll see you next time.